Hello everyone, welcome to the TNT Motorsports Network. We are here with the Bullring Racing Series, round 1 here at Motordrome Speedway. This is heat race number 1. Qualifying has already taken place. As you can see on pole is a 17 of Jolteon Fast. He set the fast time and gets the pole for this heat, and of course gets 5 bonus points towards the championship standings. So here we go as they come off turn number 4. Pace car pulls in. 8 laps is the distance for the heat race. And the green flag's in the air. We are underway at Motordrome Speedway for heat race number 1. Anthony Hernandez wastes no time off turn number 2. He'll take the race lead down the backstretch, heading into turns 3 and 4. Everyone else jostling for positions, and 3 wide towards the back with Anthony Hurd, Creed Daniel, Taz Taylor as they come down to the stripe. Anthony Hernandez comes to lead lap number 1. Right there, second is the 17 of Jolteon Fast, but here comes Kyle Morris in the 18. He'll take over looks to take over the second spot, and he'll do so into the turn number 3. Here comes Jordan Fixon in the number 23, looking for spot number 3 as they come across the stripe for lap number 2. Jolteon Fast starting to head backwards in this. Not looking good for the 17 machine, but here comes the 65 of Creed Daniel looking for the charge as they come down the backstretch. So with a little bit of shuffle going on here, we have the 8 of Anthony Hernandez coming off turn number 4. He'll lead lap number 3. 3 laps in the books, 5 to go for this heat race with Kyle Moore sitting in second. Jordan Fixon sits in third. The 39 William Fusion sits in fourth. Creed Daniel now up to the top 5 with Jolteon Fast now sitting in sixth. The 9 of Taz Taylor trying to get around the 42 of LG Toledo. Maybe he'll make it happen. But now he's going to look to the inside of Jolteon Fast as we come down the front stretch into the turns 1 and 2. Taylor gets by Jolteon Fast, but here comes the 52 of Anthony Hurd. He gets a good run off turn 2 down the backstretch. He'll try to draft with the 9 of Taylor as they come into turn number 3. Right now, we are set for 3 laps remaining here in this heat race. Anthony Hernandez starting to pull away as he heads down the backstretch into turn number 3. Kyle Moore starting to pull away from the rest of the field as well in the number 18 car. But Vixen gets a huge run in turn number 3. But he drifts up a little bit, then opens a door for the 39 of Fusion as we come down with 2 laps remaining. Creed Daniel was thinking about going 3 wide, but backs out of it. Vixen will lose the number 3 spot to the 39 of Fusion. Creed Daniel will look to see if he can grab position number 4. As Hernandez comes around turn number 4, he'll look for the white flag here in this heat race. Final time in this heat. Anthony Hernandez off turn 2, down the backstretch, heading into turn number 3. He took the lead very early on in this race and never looked back off turn number 4. Anthony Hernandez will pick up the win in heat race number 1. Kyle Morris will finish in second. Fusion in third. Creed Daniel fourth. Anthony Hurd will pick up the top 5. Looks like Fixon just squeezed by for 6th. Toledo will get 7th. Jolteon Fast 8th, and Taz Taylor will round out your field. Up next will be modified heat race number 2. Here we go, heat race number 2, ready to take action here. As we'll have another 8 laps in distance here at Motordrome Speedway. Right after this will be a 23-lap modified feature. And pace car pulls in, they come off the turn number 4 with the green flag in the air. We are on the way for heat race number 2. A little bit of a calmer start in this heat compared to heat race number 1. But Scott McCann, the 61, will lead lap number 1 this heat. Second is right now is Grindstep, but here comes Rusty Broussard. He gets a huge run in turns 1 and 2. He'll take over the second spot. Grindstep will push back to spot number 3. The battle for Spot 4 and 5 is between 5 and the 192 and the 29 of Xavier Robinson. But here comes a 30 of Noah Twister, looking to stick his nose into somewheres to try to advance in position as well. The 192 of 5 will now take over this third spot from Grindstaff coming off turn number 2. Robinson gets a huge run. Just gets by Twister and will squeeze to the bottom to get by the 04 of Grindstaff. As we head into turns 1 and 2, 5 laps left remaining in this heat race. As Grindstaff now moves back to spot number 5 in this process, with the 30 of Noah Twister possibly knocking on the door anytime soon. Here comes Xavier Robinson. Let's see, and 5 bobbles up. That opens the door for the 29 of Xavier Robinson to take over the 3rd position down the back stretch. Heading into turn number 3, 5 looks to get a run on the high side. Not going to make it work as Robinson has a good run off the corner. Down low. The 5 still battling on the high side. Meanwhile, up front, the 55 of Rusty Broussard is on the bumper of the 61 of Scott McCann as we head down the backstretch, heading into turn number 3. Grindstaff in the 04 now looks underneath 5. This is for position number 4. He'll look to have it as we come across the line. He had it by inches there, but 5 gets a good one on the high side, trying to hold off the 30 of Noah Twister as Grindstaff gets by for the 4th spot. White flag was out this time by for the 61 of Scott McCann as he gets a little bit of a gap between him and Broussard as we head into turns 1 and 2. Will Rusty have anything left in that number 55 car for the remainder of this heat? Heading into turns 3 and 4 for the final time in this heat race, the 61 of Scott McCann will pick up the win for heat race number 2. Second will be Rusty Broussard. Third is Xavier Robinson. Grindstaff 4th. Noah Twister will round out the top 5. NASCAR IndyCar will finish in 6th. Max 5, 7th. The 21 of Big Ben will finish in 8th. And Bailey in the 88 will round out your field. Up next will be your 23-lap modified feature event. Alrighty, race fans, round number 1. The feature event for the Bullring Racing Series here at Motordrome Speedway. Here's your starting lineup. Of course, the heat race finishes determine the feature race lineup, but we'll go over the starting lineup anyways for tonight's feature event. On the pole for this one is the number 8 of Anthony Hernandez. The outside of him is the 61 of Scott McCann. Row 2 on the inside, we have the 18 of Kyle Morris. The outside of him is the 55 of Rusty Broussard. Row 3 on the inside is going to be the 39 of William Fusion. The outside of him is the number 29 of Xavier Robinson. Row number 4 on the inside, we have the 65 of Creed Daniel. To the outside of him is the 04 of Connor Grindstaff. Row number 10 on... row number 10. Let's try this again. Row number 5 on the inside, it's the number 52 of Anthony Hurd, and the outside of him is the 30 of Noah Twister. Row number 6 on the inside, we have the 23 of Connor Fixon, and the 48 of NASCAR IndyCar to the outside of him. Next row back. In row number 7 is the 42 of LG Toledo on the inside, and the 192 of Max Phi on the outside. And then your fast time winner, the 17 of Jolteon Fast. He'll start on the inside of row number 8. Outside of him is the 21 of Big Ben. And rounding out the field for tonight's 23-lap first round Bullring Racing Series feature is the 9 of Taz Taylor and the number 88 of Bailey. So again, 23 laps is the distance for this feature event. Round number 2 will have the Sportsman class added to this, as some of the drivers here in the modified division will be racing in the Sportsman division as well. So here we go. Waiting on the special call for this one. Again, this is the first round of 12 for the Bullring Racing Series. This will be the first of this is the first time we are at Motordrome Speedway. We're at Motordrome Speedway 4 times in the schedule. But for round 2, we'll head to Riverhead Raceway. As again, it'll be round 2 for the modifieds, but for the Sportsman class, it'll be round 1 for them, and you can't wait for that. Other tracks we head to is Spencer Speedway and Oswego Speedway, along with Adirondack International Speedway, and then the season finale. The only time we head to this track is the East Bullring Speedway. And that has an awesome finale for the Sportsman classes. They'll have double features for that as well. So for the points structure, most of the points will be accumulated from the feature finish, but there are bonus points being awarded. Top 5 in heat races will be awarded bonus points. 5 for first, 4 for second, 3 for third, 2 for fourth, and 1 for fifth. And then 5 bonus points go to the fast time award winner during the qualifying session. This is in effect for both of the classes in this series. As you notice, some of the sponsors for the modified division are from the awesome movie franchise of Cars. And again, I want to congratulate you guys for giving 500 followers to me on Twitter. Make sure you keep on subscribing for more content. There is some other content being put out there as well, besides our Bullring Racing Series. And make sure you stay tuned to my Twitter account at TNT Network 61 for more of that action.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there is the command for the first round, first feature of this series for the modified division. Who will claim the first ever crown for the Bullring Racing Series? Again, 23 laps is the distance. As the field set to go in to take this one. Pace cars in. Grease fans, it's showtime! Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 for the first time. It's gonna be the A of Anthony Hernandez looking to take the lead, but here comes Kyle Morris on the inside, and the number 18 and heading to turn 1 and 2 as we complete lap number 1. The 18 of Kyle Morris takes the lead off turn number 2 down the backstretch as the 8 of Anthony Hernandez will sit quietly in second for right now. He gets a good run in turn number 3. Maybe he can get a battle going for that position. Meanwhile, farther on back, Xavier Robinson looked like he was in a 3-wide position in turns 3 and 4, right in the middle, but 61 Scott McCann seems to be going backwards as the pole sitter. Here comes the 65 Creed Daniel underneath Fusion for the 3rd position as we head down the backstretch. The 52 of Anthony Hurd looking to move up as well. As we're looking to go, Toledo's trying to force a 3-wide position here. Looking to get underneath Vixen, but couldn't. Decided to back out or something. But he'll wait and play it patient for now as we have 3 laps completed in this feature event as we head into turns 3 and 4. Right now, your leader is Kyle Morris, who's starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Anthony Hernandez kind of gapped himself from the field as well, the number 8 machine. And Creed Daniel bobbles up just a little bit. Hang on! Creed Daniel gets contact with the 52 of Anthony Hurd down the backstretch. caution will fly here on the completion of lap number 5. So let's get a replay of this here. We'll get right to the 65 of Creed Daniel. As he took a nice tumble here. Get a better camera angle of this. So it's just racing. Anthony Hurd's trying to squeeze himself to the bottom. And just ended up spinning the 65 of Creed Daniel. So that was that. So let's go over the running order here as we are under the first caution of the season. The 18 of Kyle Morris, your current leader. The 8 of Anthony Hernandez sitting in second. Third right now is the 39 of William Fusion. Fourth is Xavier Robinson. Fifth is Jordan Fixon. Scott McCann, your pole sitter for this feature. Back in the 6th position, LG Toledo sits in 7th. Taz Taylor's still way in the back. He's up to the number 8 position. 9th is Jolteon Fast. He's also moving up as well. And Bailey in the 88 rounds out the top 10 after starting dead last. Max Fine, the 192, starts 11th. Or is in 11th. 12th is Noah Twister. Then it's Grindstaff, NASCAR IndyCar. Broussard, Anthony Hurd, Big Ben, and Creed Daniel. And something's going on with the 29 of Xavier Robinson. Something must have broke in that machine. Or something going wrong. Not looking good for him to start the season. As we are going to be completing lap number 9 here under caution. And looks like Xavier Robinson will be able to make it back out. Gotta wait for the field to get by. We'll be waiting for the, but we will be going back to green. So your top 10 on the restart: Kyle Morris, Anthony Hernandez, William Fusion, Jordan Fixon, Scott McCann, LG Toledo, Taz Taylor, Jolteon Fast, Bailey, and now Max Fi. As the pace car rolls off into the pit road. Green flag is back out. We're back to racing here at Motordrome. Off turn 2, down the backstretch. Kyle Morris gapped himself a little bit from the rest of the field. Fusion was right on the tail of Anthony Hernandez down the backstretch here on the restart. We head into turns 1 and 2. Here, Jordan Fixon gonna squeeze right down underneath the 39 of Fusion. That's for position number 3, going down the backstretch, heading into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Scott McCann, the number 61, in spot number 5. Taylor now moves up to 6th, trying to push himself further up in the field as well. LG Toledo sitting back in spot number 7. Bailey's now moved up to 8th with Fi in 9th, and Grindstaff moves back to spot number 10. And now Scott McCann looking underneath Fusion. This is for position number 4. Vixen now moves into spot number 2 here in the number 23 as he gets around Hernandez. But Kyle Morris in the 18 still pulling away from the rest of the field at the moment. But can Vixen reel him in as they go into turn number 3? Scott McCann looking underneath Hernandez. He'll look to take the 3rd spot away as he'll, or the that third spot away as he'll do so at the line. Hernandez moves back to spot number 4, but here comes Toledo, the number 42. He'll look to take the position away from Fusion. As for position number 5 as they head into turn number 3. The number 9 of Taz Taylor all of a sudden moving backwards here. Not looking good for that number 9 Buzine sponsored car. Meanwhile, the 88 of Bailey now moves up another position here as he gets right on the tail of the 42 of LJ Toledo. Toledo looking underneath the 8 of Anthony Hernandez. And it looks like he'll have spot number 4. Meanwhile, Fixin's reeled in Kyle Morris just a little bit, but gets a huge run going into turn number 3. Kyle Morris gets a good run off 4, but the question's going to be, can Fixin squeeze that gap down so that he can battle for the win? But right now, the top 4 is pretty much gapped out from the rest of the field. Bailey now in the 5th position. And where did Noah Dwister come from? The number 30 machine. He's just outside the top 5 now, and Taylor's moved back up right behind him. Hernandez has gone backwards since the restart, but Hernandez gets a good run on the high side off turn 2 down the backstretch. As we now have 4 laps remaining here in this feature event. Here comes Dwister to the inside of Bailey. This is for position number 5. Off turn number 2, Dwister has the position. But here, Rusty Broussard, the number 55, gets by Hernandez and also opens the door for Anthony Hurd underneath him as well, who got involved with the inside of Creed Daniel earlier on. And Creed Daniel still sitting towards the back of the pack. But coming off turn number 4. 2 laps remain here for the 18 of Kyle Morris. Looking to pick up the win here in the Bullring Racing Series at Motordrome in his home state of Pennsylvania. As he comes around turns 3 and 4, he'll be looking for the white flag one more time around for the 18 of Kyle Morris. He'll take into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Heading down the backstretch. Too strong for the 23 of Jordan Fixin. But coming into turns 3 and 4, final time, Kyle Morris will pick up the win here at Motordrome. Second will be Jordan Fixin. Scott McCann, 3rd. Toledo, 4th. Dwister rounds out the top 5. Taylor, 6th. Looks like Bailey might have gotten 7th with Grindstaff in 8th. Max Fi, 9th. Rusty Broussard will round out your top 10. And there's the rest of your finishing order on the ticker here. I want to thank everyone for watching the first round of the Bullring Racing Series. We have 11 rounds left to go, and this is just getting started. We had a nice, awesome race. Again, follow at TNT Network 61 and subscribe for more contents like this and much more. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.